Hey Chris, I know I haven't made a video for you yet, so I just haven't been able to get to it. But anyways, I'm going to start right now. So what you want to do is get yourself some waxed twine. This isn't like your normal garden style dry stuff. It's wax. You can feel it. You can even scrape it off with your nail. I like to use a good length of it. Okay, like a good wingspan of it. Um, Just gonna cut myself off a little bit there. Other thing you're gonna need, tape. I would stay away from masking tape. Painter's tape will work. Um, you're gonna also want some gun tape, as I'm using electric tape will work too. For your rope, you can get stuff like this. There's no tracer to that. Okay, what I mean by a tracer is you look at this stuff and you can see that it's got the green tag on it. All right, so this is 3-strand rope, and what they mean by 3-strand, somebody has already done this in for me. There's 3 major sections to it, and they coiled to the right. So for you, it's going this way, obviously. All right, and what you want to do, and I'm just going to use theirs as an example piece. All right, tape it off however far down you think you're going to need your 3 legs. Now, that's all going to be dependent on how many tucks you're going to do. So you're going to do an initial tuck. Sorry, my kitten's playing. All right. And then you're going to do however more supporting tucks that you want to do. When you do that, I would recommend a minimum of your initial and at least 3, if not 5. The reason being, you want to have a good strength behind it. Okay. You don't want any of your tucks to be loose as well. You don't want to have anything come apart. With that as well, if you're going to put in a hard eye for it, whatever size rope you use, make sure you get that size of thimble. So if you're getting a hard eye that's 3/4 inch, that's the groove for the rope to go in. So make sure you're getting a 3/4 inch rope to go in that 3/4 inch groove. If you do this with a thimble or hard eye in it, as I'm using the other term, just make sure you can't move it when you do your initial tuck and get it nice and tight. You shouldn't be able to move the thimble, and you shouldn't be able to pry it out. If either of that works, restart. Okay. With your rope, make sure that whatever rope you get is good marine quality stuff. You don't want to go to, like in our case, like you wouldn't go to Canadian Tire, purchase a length of however many feet you need, come home, and then all of a sudden have it start unraveling on you. All right. I'll use this stuff. This is from our marine shops locally. All right, if I take the tape off of that, all right, it's not going anywhere initially, and that's what you want. All right, nylon, don't do this with nylon. It's such a pain in the butt. All right, if you need a description later on how to do the whippings here, I'll more than happily do that. So for this, I'm going to try and paint 1 and 2 here and see how this works out. So we have, see if this will paint a little bit. Yeah, it's not going to take too much with the ink. You can definitely get a tracer onto here with 1. So I'm just going to paint 1 up here in black. All right. And as I'm going around, you'll see I'm tracing 1 link of the rope. I'm just following it around in a circle. All right, you don't have to do this. Once you get used to doing this, this will all make sense. I know when you read the books or you look at a picture, none of it makes sense, and you're like, this doesn't make any sense to me. Don't worry about it. All right. So we put a little tracer on there. What you want to know is how much eye do you need? Okay. And then you're going to have your 3 lines. So we've got our black tracer. All right. And then we have our 2 other lines. I like to take my tracer and put it far to my right. When I take my rope and I go to start my eye splice, try and keep it from twisting. So if I put it together like this, I should have 1 on the bottom. 1 on the bottom, actually. I'll paint the tag on that one. So that way you can see the 3 that I'm talking about. So you got your 3 legs. So we have our 1 tagged on to the whipping twine. I got one tagged here on the rope itself, and I have one that's got nothing on it. And it's fairly clean. All right, so the one that's fairly clean is on top. The one with the tracers in the middle lying against the rope, and then my third one with the tag on the bottom. All right, so it's simply 3 like that. You're just going to make however big an eye that you want, okay? Try to avoid putting a twist into it because you'll feel it later on. I'm going to take my center one, which in this case is the tracer. I'm going to find where I want to put it. All I'm going to do is twist it open. See how I'm twisting it? Okay. Find the one that I want to put it into. Tuck it in and through. Pull it taut. All right. So pull it right up to your splice, whether this be tape, whether it be a whipping twine. All right, you're going to pull it right up to it. Get as close as you can, nice and tight. I'm going to take my blank one, the one that's on top. It's going to pass over. Let's see if I can get a good picture here. So it's going to pass over this line. So you see how we've tucked right here? See how our initial one was tucked? So I'm going to go over this one with my empty one, and I'm going to go in. So where my tracer one came out is where my blank one goes in. Okay, so I tuck that in. If it pulls apart like it just did for me, see how it pulled apart there? Simple, just pull it together again. All right, it's not a big deal. All right, when you go to pull these tight, give them a twist. All right, get a little elbow grease in there, won't kill it. All right, try and make it nice and clean. Give it a roll like that, just like I'm doing there. Okay, give it a twist, just like the old toys, you know, the little ball on a stick, and you go like that, and you bang back and forth. Same thing. All right, so now I have my third one I haven't touched yet. All right, and I know I'm doing it because I'm looking at it, so it looks a little arse backwards for you, I understand. But I'm going to show this to you in a second here. All right, so to recap, we've taken our center one, which was our tracer, and we stuck it in wherever we wanted to put it. That's going to be up to you when you do your project. Your second one is going to go, the top rope, the top strand of your rope is going to go over top of your initial one, and where your initial came out, it's going to go into the next one. Okay, so what you should have is this now. Okay, so there's the one we haven't touched yet. Back here, sorry, right here, this is our blank, our tracer one. So this was our initial, and if I follow it around, all right, you can see here's our blank one now coming out. So where the one came out, right here, let's see if I can get a good picture, sorry about this. So where the one came out here, the other one went in and then came out, and it's down here now. All right, so what we're gonna do with the third one is we gotta go over and back on itself. So this one is gonna go over, all right, and it's gonna come out right here where there's nothing. See how there's nothing coming out of there right now? So we're going to go over this one, and we're going to come out. So now I'm not sure if I did this right. Okay, this is where all of the important parts happen. If you don't get this right, the rest of it's going to be screwed up. All right. Now, how do you tell if you did this right? Get it nice and tight, right? Really, really reef on those. Get them right tight. All right, tighter the better. Okay, you want this to look right nice and clean. It shouldn't look flat or anything. All right, so if I tip this upside down, all right, wherever one goes out, the other one's coming out. All right, so there was a dirty way of telling you this one. All right, but if you think like the male body, if you got 2 legs, there's something in between, right? So just think like that. All right, I got a little chummy between 2 legs right there. Get a little chummy between 2 legs right there. All right, all the way around. Okay, if you've done this right, this is where you're going to know it's not going to work. All right, And again, just back out, do it again. All right. Here it's real simple. As many tucks as you want, all you got to do is go over and under, over and under, over and under. All right. So I'm going to take my tagged one. This just happens to be the one I want to start with. All right. I'm going to go over the one that where it's coming out. I go over the strand. So this is the main line. This is the strand on the main line. All right. Open her up. Tuck her through. Okay. And I just do that again. I go to my next one. So this one's the empty one. All right. I'm going to go over this one. Right here in this hole is where she's going to go in. She's going to come out right here. All right. And then the third one. Get in there. It's not enough for me to pull it. All right, and then I'm going to give her a twist. All right. And clean that up. If it starts to look a little dirty on you, that's all right. All right. She'll clean up nicely. All right. So, if I flip that over again, if I've done this right, I have a strand from the main line separated by 2 legs. A strand of the main line separated by 2 legs. A strand of the main line separated by 2 legs. Can't be any easier. And you can take that one how you want. All right. Now, I would continue to do that one as much as I wanted to. All right. So you just continue tucking away, tucking away, tucking away. All right. When you're done, you're going to want to figure out, all right, how you want to finish it off. Do you want it to taper to complete nothingness? Or do you want to have 3 little strands at the end? And that's called dogging and tapering. So obviously tapering and dogging. My cat's playing with the rope. All right. So to dog, all right, your best time to do that is when you have it in this sense here. Okay. What you do is coil this open. Get about half the strands, separate them. Do the same on the other side. Take your whipping twine, pass it through the holes that you've created, and you're just going to do overhand knots. So overhand knot on one side, flip it 180 degrees, and just do another overhand knot on that other side. So you're doing 180 degrees overhand knots on both sides, back and forth, back and forth. You're going to work towards your eye. You're not going to work down because you want all that force to go up. When you're done, reef knot it. Okay. How much should you do? You want to go to the width of 1 strand. So just like they did a whipping twine there. All right. If I put that onto my strand, like so, it should be about the width. Okay. The same width. This one here, any whips that you do, you can take a really good close look there. You can see you can't really see any of the rope inside. All right. That's because it's nice and tight, and that's what you want. All right. You can't move it back and forth very well. You shouldn't move at all. All right. And she's on there. She ain't going anywhere. So here you have a common whipping. This one's another common whipping. Not the recommended ones you want to do. The one I'm just describing there, going back and forth with overhand knots, that's going to be your West Country. If you want, I can show you the best one option, and that's going to be your Sailmakers. Just give me a message later on, and I'll give you that up. All right. If you want to taper this, all right, what you're going to do is you're going to continue to weave, but every time you do a weave, you're going to cut one out. All right. So you're going to do your set of 3, cut one out. Weave 2, cut one out. Weave your last one, cut it. Every time you cut it, take a lighter, give her a burn. All right. And she should burn nice and flat. All right. Keep her clean. One other option is you can get electric hot knives. All right. They sell them probably in your marine store. It's like a green little trigger thing. Has like 2 electrodes going out and then a hot blade in the middle. Plug that sucker in, turn her on, and she'll cut right through your rope. Give her a few minutes to warm up. She'll be good to go as long as you're holding the trigger. As soon as you let go, she cools right down. All right, so you can't run a cold. Got any other questions? Let me know. This is simply it. There's other styles of rope too, like you have your 12 strand ropes, you have your Samson braids, and Samson braid comes in all kinds of stuff. The difference between this and Samson braid is Samson braid is basically a rope within a rope. So it takes a lot of instruction on how to do that, and it's really, for me, it's just, even I have to go to the book and do it. If you can do this, you're going to be set for probably 90% of any job you want to do. All right, man. Talk to you later.